Hey crafty friends, this is Nye with All Things Were Created. Today we are going to put together our Hippo Christmas Candy Dome. I will be using my art glitter glue here for all of my gluing. I also have some candy that I will be, these are just some mints that I will be sticking inside my dome when I am finished. And so what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I have all of my pieces here. They are lined up and they are ready for gluing. I also have my dome. This is an 80mm dome or 3.14 inches that will fit this the hole here for our hippo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the video a little bit here as I start gluing the hippo together. When I go to do the opening mechanism, I'll slow things back down and I'll talk you through the steps. Okay, so once you have him or her all glued here, we're going to move on to the next steps of the opening mechanism. So I have these 5 pieces of paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 that are exactly the same and I'm going to glue them together. This will actually be the slider part of the mechanism. So I'm just going to sandwich them together right on top of each other. The reason why we're using 2 is just to add some sturdiness here to the sliding part. Then I'm going to take these 2, and these 2 are also going to be sandwiched together. I'm going to flip this one here because the top part is slightly larger. So let me add my glue now, right here. Don't glue these flaps just yet. We're only gluing the part that is identical, the square part that's identical. And what we're going to do is now we're going to glue the flaps. So just add a little bit of glue right there. We're going to glue them right on top here. And this one here. And so all I'm doing is I'm just using my finger to fold it. There's no score marks there because it's so small and it's just easy for us to fold it with our fingers. And so, okay, So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn mine this way because it's going to line up like this. So I'm going to add my slider right there on that part, which is going to cover the hole. And then I'm going to take this part and I'm going to flip it so that the opening would line up when I go to slide that mechanism in the center. So let me just do that one more time and get everything situated just right here, right on top of each other. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to flip it over like this so I can see it from the other side. And again, just use your fingers to get it all lined up right there. And when you do, kind of use your hand then to just clamp everything down in that position. So it looks right. Okay. So I'm going to put it down here like this for just a moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to come in. I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here and right here. And then I'm going to fold this part on itself. And these two flaps here, they're going to act as a barrier to keep the slider from sliding all the way out of the mechanism. And I have a little bit of glue seeping, so I'm just going to wipe it. And there. And now I'm going to put it all back together. So again, just get it all lined up. And then before you add the top part, take a little bit of glue and add it right to the top of this flap, these two flaps that we just made. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the flaps right on top of each other here. Okay? And so that kind of makes that part of the sandwich closed. And then we're going to add a little bit of glue to the other part here, the bottom. And then just use your finger and kind of bend the paper just a little. And then fold it right on top of the glue. And then we're going to do that to the sides as well. So again, just add a little bit of glue right to where the flap is going to fold. Use your finger and then just bend the paper. You want it to be a little bit loose, but at the same time a little bit tight. So you have to find that happy medium. And then we're going to do the other side. And then again, just fold the flap right on top of the glue. And then press it, I don't know, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, just give the glue a chance to dry. And then we're going to do it here at the top where the flap of the slider is. So right there and right here. And then fold it one more time. Okay, and now what we can see is that our slider will slide. So you can see open and close. Okay. So again, just press everything down and then flip the Hippo over, open it up. And what we're going to do now is just kind of line the opening right on top of the back of the opening there of the Hippo. Once you have that opening and it's lined up, add some glue right here along this part. And then press it down. Flip it over again just to make sure, and it looks good. And then you can close it. And so what I also like to do is I like to bend mine a little bit here so that way my flap is a little bit easier for me to open and close. And now we're ready to add our dome. So if your dome has this little tab here, you can just decide where you want it to go. You could put it right at the top if you want, off to the side. I'm gonna stick mine down towards the side here so it's a little bit out of the way. And I'm going to use my hot glue, which hopefully has warmed up, and just add, it sure did, a little bit of glue right to the rim of the dome here. It doesn't need to be a lot because it will start to seep, but you do need to have some added there. And then you just press it down right in the spot of that hole. And so if you see a little bit coming out along the edges, you can use your finger to just kind of smush it in. That glue right there so it's not really so visible. And then just press it down so that way it has a chance to dry. And that's really most of it. And that's really all of it, I should say. And what you're ready to do is you just open the slider in the back, take your candies, add them right in. You do want to make sure you're using individually wrapped candies like Hershey Kisses, the Mints, Jolly Ranchers, something along those lines. So that way any of the hot glue that's on the inside is not touching the candy. And that's it, friends. It's so cute and so easy, and it's sure to be a hit. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and happy crafting.